What is up, guys? It's your boy Rick Gakis, and today we are going to be showcasing an incredibly powerful weapon that was just added into Destiny 2 within Episode Echoes. But when I say powerful, honestly, that's a bit of an understatement. There's a certain role this weapon can get that is unironically broken. Like, I fully expect there's a possibility it could get nerfed in the future because it's capable of doing things that are frankly absurd. And so, let's get started. Now, the weapon in question is going to be the Versus Velocity Baton that drops from the brand new Vesper's Host dungeon. And importantly, because this is the new dungeon, it is fully farmable, and the Velocity Baton drops from the first encounter. So even if you're someone who has never beaten this dungeon, you can still go in and especially use the cheese in the first encounter, which allows you to simply swap weapons just as you're depositing these nuclear cores and have a teammate pick up those nuclear cores to allow you to dupe them and get this first encounter done extremely fast. And again, the Velocity Baton drops from this first encounter. So it's actually relatively easy to farm this dungeon weapon compared to a lot of other dungeon weapons out there. But why exactly are we farming this weapon? What makes it so good? Well, first of all, it is unbelievably unique. It is an area denial frame special grenade launcher, which means it shoots multiple projectiles that will stay on the surface they hit and provide damage over time. And this is only the second area denial frame in the entire game. The only other one is the Lost Signal that was added last episode. So that is a huge, huge plus. But on top of that, guys, the rolls this weapon can get are absolutely absurd. First of all, because it's void, it can get those void synergistic keyword perks. Here is an example of a roll I have with two of them. First of all, I have Repulsor Brace in the left column. Defeating a void debuffed target grants an overshield. And then in the right column, it can actually get destabilizing rounds, where final blows cause nearby targets to become volatile. Yes, this is a self-contained wombo combo. It means you shoot this weapon into a crowd like you're seeing in the background gameplay. When one enemy dies, it spreads volatile, and if you kill any more enemies with volatile, then you get a void overshield. So already, that is fantastic for synergizing with either a prismatic build with certain void, related fragments or aspects, or just a pure void build. You want to be getting overshields. There's fragments that give you benefits for having a void overshield and so on. So this capability to get these void specific perks is incredibly good. Not only that, if you're not like speccing into void, it can just get other good perks. Like destabilizing rounds is good by itself. This combo can be used on an arc subclass. It's still going to provide a ton of synergy. It's still going to get you an overshield, but it can also get unrelenting in the left column, healing you for getting multiple red bar kills. It can get high ground in the right column as a good damage increasing perk. Like, there is a lot of really, really powerful rolls that this weapon can get, but there is one particular perk that stands head and shoulders above the rest, and it's what I was referring to when I say broken, and that is attrition orbs. Now bear with me, this has not necessarily been the most meta perk, but it says dealing sustained damage creates an orb of power. Now the thing is, we have never seen attrition orbs with an area denial frame grenade launcher. And it turns out the way they interact is absurd. I'm going to be showing you some background gameplay with the attrition orbs roll, and the interaction works like this. Attrition orbs is looking for continuous damage to spawn an orb of power, but since an area denial frame provides tick damage in an area and has multiple projectiles per shot, what you can do is exactly what you're seeing in the background gameplay. One shot spread over a wide area impacting multiple targets means that you're going to have dozens, if not hundreds, of numbers of damage popping up, like ticks of damage popping up. So attrition orbs is going, oh, he's shooting hundreds of rounds at these targets, when in reality it's just tick damage applying over and over and over again in a wide area. So you essentially turn this weapon into an orb printer. Like, look at how many orbs of power I'm able to create with just a few shots of the Velocity Baton. One single shot can easily spawn 2, 3, or even more orbs of power. This is absurd. So you use the Velocity Baton with attrition orbs. Not only do you just have a good weapon overall, area denial frames are pretty sick, great for ad clearing, but on top of that, you are just spamming out orbs of power. So you're getting your super way more often, and also you are enabling all of your armor charge mods way easier. In fact, I was creating so many orbs of power with this roll that I actually had to go in and put on a grenade kickstart mod because I was always at ×3 armor charge. Like, I was just getting so many orbs of power. I was like, I need a way to get rid of these orbs of power. And I put on grenade kickstart. So that is the degree to which you are making orbs of power. It is like unlike anything else in the game. It is crazy, just one shot, just by using an already good weapon, how many orbs of power you're able to create. And again, like, it's just like, attrition orbs on this, it's a different animal. Like, compared to attrition orbs on every other weapon, you know, with an SMG, you need to shoot halfway through the magazine to make one orb of power. This is just so crazy compared to all of that. So again, it's very possible that this particular interaction gets fixed. Again, it seems to be checking every single tick as essentially a shot from this weapon and triggering attrition orbs way more often than other weapons. So that could be adjusted in the future, but for right now, oh my goodness, you gotta try it. Now, what exactly do you pair with attrition orbs? Well, what I have here is actually what I think is kind of the overall best role here with just Demolitionist. This is going to give you grenade energy for getting kills, which is obviously great. Like, more grenade energy is fantastic. And also, instantly reloading the weapon when you throw a grenade is fantastic too. But you could use Unrelenting, right? You could use some other perks in that first column. Really, attrition orbs is the thing that's absolutely bonkers. And again, it's not like this weapon is only good with attrition orbs. I would highly recommend getting especially a destabilizing rounds roll. I think that's extremely good for the future if attrition orbs is ever nerfed, because even that is an incredibly powerful weapon. Remember, area denial frames specifically this season are especially goated because you have all of those grenade launcher seasonal artifact perks, specifically concussive reload being able to apply a weaken effect with area denial frames. It's crazy. I mean, it's essentially a legendary Wither Horde, so you can easily spray one shot over a boss and apply that weaken effect that you can then switch to your heavy 2 or whatever to actually do the DPS. Like, area denial frames are extremely popular in damage phases. Just one person with them can so easily spray one single round, hits the boss, and then you're good to go for essentially the entire damage phase. So extremely, extremely useful utility, especially this season. So guys, 100% I would recommend trying to get your hands on the Velocity Baton, especially with attrition orbs. It is so unique, it is so powerful, and it's so powerful it actually makes you change your build around because you're getting orbs easier than literally ever before. Definitely try to get your hands on this weapon. Guys, that's going to be it for the video. Hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.